Okay guys, I hope you're liking these deal structuring videos. This one's a little different. It's only different in that how we're exiting it, okay? But the purchase is the exact same. So let me go through a little scenario with you. This is a really cool house. It's probably around 3,000 square feet. It's on 15 acres. It's got a tennis court on a cul-de-sac. Quite a cool property. Source was a FSBO. And actually, odd for us to do this now, but this is one that I had called on a while back. And then time after time, his attorney said, don't do it. His ex-wife said, don't do it, sell it outright. So he went and listed with a realtor. It must have been realtor, FSBO, now it's realtor again. I just kept in touch every 4 to 6 months. Please keep in mind that the huge lesson here is time changes everything, So if you know that, in this case, the house was empty, his kids were gone, they're adults, and he was divorced, if you know eventually, and if that realtor doesn't sell, they're coming back to you, or if that FSBO doesn't sell, they're coming back to you, just keep in touch. This was all about follow-up, this particular deal. So, long story short, about a year later, maybe a year and a half later, he came back and said, look, I'll do the owner financing thing. He always wanted to. His attorney kept telling him, no, no, no. So he literally went and got a new attorney that would do it for him, and that second attorney wasn't too keen, but he did it. So here's what we structured. We structured a purchase price of $431,700, 48 months, $1,540 per month. Principal only. Okay, this is key. So whatever that comes to, I haven't done the math, but whatever that comes to, let's just say it's 12,000, 18,000, around 18, let's call it 18,000 even, times 4 years. What's 18 times 4? 70 something? I think it's 72 grand. I think so. Yeah, 72,000 over 4 years. So that's 72,000 in principal pay down. Now he couldn't sell it with a realtor for that price. But do we care if we got 4 years out of it for principal pay down? So our note, by the way, he was caught up, and his attorney was caught up in nothing down. We were going to actually put nothing down and pay his closing costs, which would have cost us several thousand in the state of Connecticut for transfer. I said, fine, we'll put $1,000 down. Then his attorney ended up doing the conventional closing. This is how the attorney was not thinking. So we gave him $1,000 down payment, so the note became $430,700. That's what we owed him on. $430,700 was a note, promissory note. So in other words, let me back up so I don't lose anyone. The warranty deed says it came to us at $431,700, and then right here I'm holding a promissory note and mortgage for $430,700. Okay, so $1,000 down payment, but he paid his own closing costs. So our cost to buy this house was $1,000. Now, side note, guys, if you never buy an investment property and you just buy your own house, this is a gorgeous house. If it happened to work for anyone in your family, you get in for $1,000 and you have this massive principal pay down, which you would never get with a mortgage. Pretty key, side note. Okay, usually we'll go through this, as you know, and we'll create a payday 1, payday 2, and a payday 3. Now, this one would be quite a huge payday 1, 2, and 3, but here's what we did. There are many different ways to exit properties, right? 92 to 95% of our exits are rent-to-own buyers. That's our exit option. However, this is near a college. Back in the 90s, from 95 till 2002, my partner and I, who's a plumber, so he ran the field, we had 11 different multifamily properties that we filled with college students. You get to have college students sign, parents co-sign. You get sometimes paid up front 4 to 6 months. So you're never without rent check, because you just call the parents and they don't want their credit trash or any hassle, quite frankly. So here's what we did. Here's our cost, remember? Plus insurance, let's call it $200. It's almost exactly $200 for insurance. So our cost is $1,740. We're going to rent this per the head, college students, and we put 6 students. We signed a lease for 13 months. You do not sign a lease. I don't want to go into the whole college training here. There's a link here for you to do that. But you do not sign a lease for 9 months or whatever because of school. You sign up for the full year, whether they're there or not. Okay? So in this case, we had an empty house. So we told them, you take it May 1 all the way through May 30. So it's a 13-month lease instead of June 1 to May 30. Okay? 6 kids times 600. we got a $3,600 monthly cash in. So whatever that comes to right there, $900, $1,900, whatever it comes to. That's our positive cash flow every single month. Now, what will we do at the end of this? We'll rent it for the first 13 months. We'll rent it for another 12 months. We'll rent it for another 12 months. And then we'll fix it up. It's probably going to need some painting and some fix-up after the college kids. And then we'll sell it. Now, if the market does nothing and we sell it for this, we have the cash flow plus the 72 grand. If the market goes up, we're doing great. If the market comes down 10%, we're fine. This is a great strategy, especially on an owner financing property, to exit with college rental. Now, how do you get real good at knowing what the maximum exit is? Do I do a rent-to-own buyer? Do I do Airbnb? Is it near resort area? Do I do college? Well, for starters, get educated. You want to, every time you get a property, you want to be able to exit it the most profitable way you can, based on geographic, based on timing, based on season, based on everything. And so you don't know that. You don't know how to become that master transaction engineer, as I call it in my book, Real Estate on Your Terms, until and unless you get trained. So click the link below, get a hold of the college housing training that's been put in a nice little system for you, and let's get after this thing and get you some more profits, because I think you'd agree that $1,900 a month, $72,000 in principal pay down is a pretty cool deal. So if we do this, let's get into some numbers here and then we'll wrap it up. Let's call it $2,000, okay, just for the sake of easy math. $2,000 spread times 48 months is $96,000, guys. Let's be conservative. Let's say we're only going to do it for 36 months. So it's $72,000 just in monthly cash flow. $72,000 there, $72,000 in principal pay down. You get 144 grand without any appreciation in the house, right off the bat. That's if we only do it for 36 months, which we probably will. We probably won't try to max it out and then have no room to sell it, no buffer to sell it. But we'll see how it goes. But would you be okay with 144,000 on a 431 house all day long? So guys, don't wait. Everyone sees these deals and says, okay, I want to do it. Yeah, that's great. I want to do it. But you got to take action. This info is great, but if you don't implement, you got nothing in the old pocket. Hip National Bank. So click the link below or wherever it is on the page here. Get the Dixie Decker's college housing training, cheaper than you're going to get it anywhere else on her site or anywhere in the entire internet, and get yourself trained and set up a strategy call with me if you want to go over this. Cool stuff. Thanks so much for watching that video. I'm going to try to come out with more and more deal structuring videos so that you know exactly how to navigate the sometimes tricky waters of doing deals all on your terms. That means no cash, no credit, no chasing investors, none of that. You being able to navigate on deals. Now, how would you like to do those deals on your own? Like clockwork, every single month, eventually one a week. How would you like to do that? How would you like to be putting those 3 paydays in your pocket that consistently? Well, there's one way to do it if you haven't done it yet, and that's to jump on our Quantum Leap System home study program. It's right here below. Click the link, grab the QLS. If you're serious about making this year your breakthrough year, you'll be able to do the same deal structuring that we're showing right now. The big difference is, instead of watching, you'll be putting the dollars in your pocket. Hey, be sure to subscribe below as well so you don't miss any of these videos. Look, I don't know if you're going to take action on the QLS. You should right below here, but if you don't, definitely don't miss any of these videos. Subscribe below, and I look forward to seeing you on the future videos. Take care.